What's up, YouTube? Today we are diving into an original series of mine, a series that I like to call the Kindred Spirits. And today you guys are going to meet the forest spirits. And now let's get to it. For this fun original project, I wanted to dwell into my brain a little bit with some pre-made armature wire and slapping some Sculpting ultralight and to bulk out that torso. Looking pretty darn cute with some balls of clay for their heads. Go ahead and take your liquid clay adhesive and smother it around that base and slap a nice sheet of Super Sculpting Original onto it and cut it out and get ready to start your grass texture with this tool that I have no idea what it is. I just know it's from a dental set, but it works. Looking good there, guy. Go ahead and pushing them into place where those pre-made holes were so I don't lose them, because I will. And now we are taking some more pieces of clay and smushing them into place to go ahead and make their masks. This one here will be the Fox Guardian or Fox Spirit. Putting some nice little triangle bits on there for the ears. And go ahead and take that ball stylus and smash it into place for where its eyes will be. I think it's rather cute and petite and very mysterious all at the same time. This little fella over here, we're pushing in a little blob of a triangle of clay for the nose, but this one will be the badger. All these things will have a very, very similar process to each one, with just color variations and very slight facial deviations. And this one right here is the bunny spirit. A little more on these guys while we slap some clay into place onto them. The forest spirits. Orphaned by their very own existence, they sought out asylum in the forest. It was the owl guardian who found the lost children, and their bodies shadowed in mystery that allowed them to whimsically navigate the winding trees, seamlessly like the wind. The owl granted them the ability of the badger, the fox, and the hare. Quick reflexes to avoid any unwanted onlookers and attention. They do not fear, as the forest is a welcoming home, and they bless all that is in it. The spirits were mild children when they were found refuge, now elegantly and joyfully to live their lives amongst the wilderness. And that is the forest spirits. We're taking our rubber shaper right here and just scratching in some details over their masks. I wanted to have that woodland type appearance or effect to it because they are forest spirits. Almost like as if their masks were like made from like the barks of trees almost. So that's kind of the thought process I had in my head when I was creating these guys. Almost kind of want to put yourself in the mindset of the book Where the Wild Things Are. And if you know, you know. Definitely one of my favorite childhood series. Well, childhood book. I went ahead and sent them off to the oven to get baked, and now once they're cooled down to hold those masks into place, we're going to take some sheets of Sculpting Original and just slapping around the bottom of that base, because I finally decided to put some rocks at the bottom of it instead of just leaving it as a grassy top. Take your aluminum foil and just smash it into place for a very simple, easy rock texture. Because once you dry brush the colors on top of it, it looks fantastic. But that's just my opinion. Now once we got clay slapped on those torsos, we're taking some snakes of clay that I slit down the middle, like not all the way through, but just part of the way so I can just easily slide them right on top of the armature, where you only have to just really blend that one edge in if you're not really doing a whole lot. Now rolling out some more snakes of clay, I'm going to do the exact same thing for their arms. These guys are not really detailed at all except for the large amounts of fur texture, but outside of that, they are just some really basic basic shapes and structures. And just take my Explorer tool or any sharp object that you can find and just do the painstaking process of the long drawn out fur texture. Looking fun. Then I'm taking some more clay. I just had some cos clay sitting off to the side and I just grabbed it and I'm just making these little tufts of fur around their necks for each one. And then I'm going to the back of their heads and adding some clay so I can do some more fur texture behind them as well. I actually had a lot of fun and I was really enjoying the process of making these characters, as they were just simple, fun, and very relaxing to make. And just gluing their heads onto place. And now let's send them off to the oven for their final bake. And now once baked and completely cooled down, we're going to use folk art matte acrylics for the entirety of this project, like I do with all my other projects as well. And we're going ahead and starting with that base and painting it black, and then let's go and dry brush heavily with some gray on top of that to bring out those rock textures, and then go a little bit lighter than that just to make it stand out just a little bit more, and then with some really foresty color green and just slapping it up there, and then also dry brushing some more green. Alright, that dry brush is looking pretty good. Now for the rabbit spear, we're going to go ahead and take a black and cover his whole body and face with it. For the badger, we're going to do the same, but just for the face and the little tuft of fur. And for the fox, we're going to do the face black as well, because we're going to go over here in just a little bit and dry brush the actual colors on top of it, bringing in those shadows and details, making them pop out. Now lighten that black up with some white and just start dry brushing over all that fur texture, bringing out all those wonderful details that we had put in. It's a super effective way to make your art just really pop out, and it kind of gives it that really storybook feel that you're really wanting when it comes to stuff like this. And just taking this really small paintbrush and just covering in those little tufts of fur with some white. For the badger, we're taking like a dark brownish and covering over his body. Each one's gonna have like its own little theme going on. For the badger, he's brown. For the rabbit, he's black, and for the fox will be like a red fox. And then just taking a lighter variant of it with some white and just dry brushing over it as well. And same with the fox. For all their masks, we're taking like this really toned ivory yellowish color, and I lighten it up with a lot of whites and browns to get this color, like a bone color almost, and just dry brushing it in layers to get the desired effect I'm looking for. And we're going to do the same process with each one. At this point, I'm not really minding that I get it in the eyes in certain little areas, because I can always go back, which you will see, and touch up those eyes with just some more black. There's nothing more satisfying to me than a good dry brush bringing out all that hard work that we just did. Go ahead and touch it up everywhere we needed to, and I think that we're gonna call them done.
And they are done. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and if you would like to see me do some more original content. And now, on to their glamour shots.